You're watching The Experience, Comic Culture and Sales. Streaming live daily to Facebook, YouTube, Twitch, and Twitter.
2, 1.
Here's Johnny. Okay, got a little bit of craziness. We're going to have an incredible original art experience tonight. We've got a wide variety of stuff. We've got stuff as little as $50, as much as $18,000. So how is that for a gamut running all across the spectrum? We've got some early Bronze Age all the way up to stuff that was drawn last weekend. So we really, really have a large selection. A very eclectic art of your stuff from Ivan Reyes, Tana Ford, Will Conrad, Brett Booth, Walt Simonson, Mark Bagley, Dave Cockrum, Rick Buckler, Mike Parabek, Luke Ross, Ron Limbs, Brian Hitch. So thank you, Alberto. We've got a wide range of artwork tonight. What Alberto's commenting on is after 8 years, I've been sick for about 8 years, that nobody has been able to figure out what was wrong with me. And I finally got a new group of doctors. And in one blood test, they were able to figure out not everything, but most everything that's wrong because of the incompetency of the doctors that I've been seeing. So thankfully, I'm on the road to recovery. And they said within about 3 to 4 months, I'm going to be a dramatically different person, which is kind of funny because it says, I mean, I'm not going to be a jerk anymore. And I said, no, that we can't change with medication. So I'll be as good as I can be. So anyway, thank you again, Alberto, and everybody else who's been giving me well wishes. It really means a lot because I am actually looking forward to actually being as normal as I can be. You know, again, I'm a weird person, but not feeling well all the time. People tell me I'm a hypocrite. It's like, no, I'm not a hypocrite. I'm sick. And every doctor that I've gone to has said, oh no, you're this, you're that. They're all wrong. And the diagnosis that I got was actually in my medicine 8 years ago. They knew what was wrong with me, and it's been ignored for 8 years. Alberto, I am going to be getting a new website. Actually, the framework's been built for about 2 years for the new site. Because of my health, I've just never had enough extra. I'm always in a state of catching up. My health has been such that I am. Good morning, Marcus. My health has been such that the biggest thing is I'm massively anemic. And that's one of the things, my energy level. I do the shows like this. I do Clan McDonald. I do other shows. And afterwards, I crash for like 6 to 8 hours. I just said the framework, Marcus, not the website, just the framework. Anyhow, now one of the things I'm starting tomorrow, I'll be starting getting injections of iron and other things that are getting me healthier. And I look forward. I'll be actually doing more shows, and there'll be a lot of changes that'll be coming over the next 2 years. I'm sorry, over the next 2 months. But the end result will be I'll be healthier, and that's what's important. Anyhow, to start the show, first and foremost, we got some neat little things. These are mostly bookmarks. These are hand-drawn bookmarks from Tana Ford. For those of you that don't know, she's one of the biggest representatives in the industry of the LGBTQ community. As a matter of fact, what first attracted me to even say hello to her when I was walking by, she had a sign on her table that says, all artwork on this table has been completed by a lesbian. Which was like, that's a little unusual for somebody to put that in a big sign. But she and I hit it right off. We're good friends. We're dear friends. And she's amazingly talented. Thank you, CJ. So anyhow, these are bookmarks. They range in price from $50 all the way up to $150, I think. And I'll give you all the info. So start off, and you'll call off by the number. I'm going to give you a number. It'll be an OA number, which stands for original art. Tough name. This is OA 13 of the Phoenix. This piece is 4 inches by 5.5 inches, and this is $50. It's basically like a twice up remark, basically. on this one. This one's $50. Again, hand drawn by Tana. She actually drew this weekend, or last weekend, I should say, down at GalaxyCon, which was a great show. If you haven't been to it before, you should put it on your list. It's an amazing, amazing show. It's a lot of fun. But if anybody's interested in this one, this is OA13, hand drawn by Tana, signed by Tana. You can see over here by my finger. She signed them. So that is OA13. Next up, we have OA14, different size. This one's 3x5. This is $60. The Gal Gadot Wonder Woman specifically. This one's 3 inches by 5 inches. $60. Let me see if I can get some close up. You can see she's getting the tones in the hair. It's not just a big black Sharpie blotch like some artists do. She actually took time and did the line art. This is OA14. If anybody wants to see the closer close-ups or if they want to see it longer, just let me know. I'll be happy to show you. That's that one. This one, next one, OA15, I love because she put some etchings into it. This is done multicolor. This is Spider-Gwen. I don't know if you can see, like in the eyes, there's a lot of etching on the face for tones. The plastic is taken away from some of it. But you can see, there we go. This one is 4 inches by 5.5 inches. It's $75. The 3 different colors. It is a beautiful, beautiful piece. This is D1 OA15. It is signed by Tana on the bottom. She is definitely an up-and-comer. She's already won a, what the heck is it? The awards in San Diego. What are they? Not a Harvey Award. What are the awards in San Diego? I'm brain dead. Eisner. She's already won an Eisner Award for the book that she worked on. There we go. That's a cleaner shot. Thank you, Josh. I just said it. I just realized it. And yeah, so she's an Eisner Award winning artist. So we have this one as well, the Spider-Gwen, very, very popular character. She actually worked on the comic Spider-Gwen as well. I'm not sure. I think she did 4 issues of the book, I think. Either 3 issues. She also did Silk as well for Marvel. She worked on that book as well. So that is OA15. Next, with making his MCU debut is Gambit with a very, very strong accent in the movie. This is also 4 inches by 5.5 inches, $75. Again, done. You can see it's multicolor. Done by Tana, signed by Tana. She loves drawing. She loves drawing Gambit. As you can see, there's a little more love in this one. But this one is OA16. If you are interested in that, just type in claim OA16, and this can be yours. Next is a little bit of a gory one, same price. This is a totally different size. This is 3 inches by 8.5 inches. I'm going to pull back here. This is X23. It's also $75. Who also makes a return to the MCU in the new movie, which everybody's been talking about on the news. So I'm not being a spoiler alert because it's in the commercial. But I find funny about X23 in the Logan movie, she already has the adamantium in her skeleton. Well, if that's the case, how does she grow up? Adamantium doesn't stretch. So theoretically, her skeleton should crush her, theoretically. But what's anybody's opinion? Anybody have any opinion on that? I've gotten into a few arguments in my comic store over. They said no, she should grow with it. My opinion, I think it should. The way they made her too young in the movie was my opinion. They get to have the adamantium already. But anybody have any opinions on it? Nobody's saying, so I'm not sure. Anyhow, this one is $75. This is a great bookmark if you're an avid reader. The next one, OA18, is 4 inches by 5.5 inches. It's everybody's favorite Venom. That's really sick. This one's $125. This is, I don't know if it's showing. It's very, very, very detailed. She really went to town on a detail on this. I don't know if we can see. There we go. It's getting focused. She really did a lot, especially on the tongue. She did thank you, Marcus. She did a ton of detail. It's $125 for this piece. Anyhow, James in stream with audio. Okay. Anyhow, so this is 0818. If somebody would like to buy it, please, I appreciate some people buy some of these tonight. Make it look good to Tana, because I told you guys would be great that we'd be able to sell some of her art tonight. Next up is at 3.5 by 8.5 inches again, another gambit with Zicades. It's here to show you how good the Zic gets. But again, very, very detailed, tonal. She really went to town on this piece as well. This is a great bookmark to use, again, if you're an avid reader, or you can frame it, put it on your wall or on your desk. These are $125 each. So I'll show you that one moment. There we go. That's that. Next is 0820. This is a character I don't know if you'll recognize. He hasn't seen much print lately or in the movies. This one is also 3 inches by 8.5 inches. May have heard of Spider-Man. This one is 125. This is 0820. And again, 125 multicolor. It's a hard. This is on what I'm looking for, Bristol board, not paper. These are done on the same Bristol board that the comic paper pages are produced on. I should have mentioned that with these others. Anyhow, again, a full color Spider-Man for 125. Next, we've got this other guy. Ooh, excuse me. If your people know me, know that I can't stand this character. Anybody ever heard of this guy? I think he was kind of popular. I'm not sure. Captain America, again, 3 inches by 8.5 inches, 125, multicolor, card stock. It's not paper. Beautiful art by Tana. Love this. I love this piece. I'm tempted to get it myself, but I got so much Captain America art. Hold on, Alberto wants 0815. Thank you, Alberto. And 0821. Thank you, Alberto. And Tana appreciates it very much so. Thank you very much. And this, I'm going to put two up at the same time, and you'll understand why in a moment. These are $140 each. These are also 3 by 8.5. You can buy them separately, or we'll give the first chance if somebody wants to buy them as a set. I don't know why anybody would be considered Deadpool and Wolverine, but they are two separate pieces or split screen. They are 3 inches by 8.5 inches. They're $140 each. You can see quite thoroughly detailed, especially the Deadpool. Especially the Deadpool, all sorts of tones, etc. Again, signed by Tana and Wolverine. Did our best, Hugh Jackman, etc. So these pieces are really, really nice. Again, but you really should buy them as a set. Put them side by side. That way you don't have to. Oh no, Alberto, you deal with Dynamite takes care of that. I send it to them, they send it to you. So whatever their billing procedure normally is on the show, however the show normally works, that's how you do it. Alrighty. So that's it for the stuff from Tana. If anybody wants to see anything again, let me know. If anybody, now I've shown them all. If anybody would like to order any more of them, I said they're great keepsakes. They're great gifts. If you have friends that have kids or something, you want to give them a nice little something to put on their nightstand. They're really, really nice makeshift gifts for people as well. It's what time? 7:15. Yeah, Nick, are you ready? I didn't know if you want to take a break right here and do Nick when he comes back. Jay, what do you think?
Well, actually, we got Skylar in the back room if you want to bring her on.
Okay, I didn't know if we want to do Skylar, if we want to do Nick in between. Is Nick ready to go in between? Then we can come back to Skylar, and then we'll finish with me. Nick is not in his
Well, we can do that. I see Nick's sitting on his table there, so I'm guessing he's ready to go.
All right, so while we bring in Nick,
All right.
and then we come back, we'll bring in Skylar, and then we'll finish with the stuff I got.
Yo. Hey, everybody. Nick who? Gotta love it. Thank you, CJ. No steak tonight. It's been a crazy week.
Soup. I said, what about soup? No soup for you?
No soup for me either. Cameo, that's right. It's a cameo.
I'll be back in a sec.
All right. So, first and foremost, most important thing I want to say is thank you to Marcus. Check it out, guys. I've been trying to put together Brave and the Bold 123 for years. Couple of Comic Art Lives ago. It's funny, a couple of years ago, I asked Larry Wilson if I could buy his page. He had the last page that I needed after all the years of collecting. About 3 or 4 years ago, I asked if I could buy his page, and he wasn't willing to sell it at the time. Fast forward to Comic Art Live like a year and a half ago, give or take, and he has it up for sale. So I bought it. I got a little bit of rest. I did that video on Tuesday, and I was still exhausted. You know what? I will flip through this in the story one of these days. So Trade of the Century, Nick and Marcus with Michael Lovitz as an advisor. That's right. And Albert tried to get money from me and from Marcus for doing the sale at his booth. We said love will prevail, Albert. You don't need money from us. You have our love. So Marcus had this, and now I have the complete book and the cover. So I have Brave and the Bold 121 complete book now, 122 complete book and cover, 123 complete book and cover. Now there is one piece of irony here. Let's see. Nick was demoted to guest host on his own show. That's right. I get no respect, Jeffrey. So the funny thing is, so if anybody knows where the cover to 121 is, please let me know. Probably Marcus has it hidden somewhere. BB is, that's right. Brave and the Bold 121 is the Holy Grail. It's still after the cover of Crisis number 8, but it's there. Great to see you too, Jewish Dragon. I really appreciate it. I actually did a deal with Mike Berkey for 122. We did a trade because I never thought I was getting the cover to 121 or 123. And it was literally weeks after I did the trade, or somewhere around the time that I did the trade with Berkey, that Marcus was like, oh, by the way, I have the cover to 123. Crisis Arc to Lure. Yeah, maybe I do. So, and I kept saying to Marcus, all right, I got to think about it. I got to see if I can do a deal with Berkey to buy it back. So, and I did. All funny. Real quick, look at how much the original price was. $60.
You want to laugh, Nick?
Yeah.
That's my handwriting.
I believe it.
That was when I first represented Jim Aparo 38 years ago.
Wow.
That's how much they were selling for it at that time. That's my handwriting on the back of that cover.
And
that was back then.
And for everybody who thinks I always buy my John Romita Jr. art from you, I actually did a deal with Albert and got this Thor cover.
Which I originally sold to.
Yeah? Well, of course you did.
That was part of a sequence. It was 6 different covers. And
yep.
that was one of the 6. Somebody broke them up, apparently.
And I also I picked up this Dick Dillon page.
Wow.
Isn't that nice?
That's gorgeous.
I wonder why I got it.
You gotta use the top red flash.
Right. And then I got this Brave and the Bold, Justice League page by Dillon with Green Lantern and the Flash.
That's Frank McLaughlin things, I think.
Yep, it is.
Looks like Frank.
What in the wide world of sports is going here?
Nice, Alberto. Real nice.
Spencer, you're going to have to stop selling. He's cheating on. Listen, I told these guys, John Romita Jr. covers are coming harder to get, man. They are becoming harder to get. He's keeping more of them.
Yeah, John is definitely
have,
keeping a lot more and keeping complete books.
Yep. So, Ian Singh, hey, man. So, heartfelt thank you to Marcus.
Nice Blazing Saddles reference.
Thank you very much, Marcus. I really appreciate this. It was an overall deal with Marcus. It was a lot of fun. I had to wrap my head around it. I probably wasted like 2 hours thinking about it while we were going back and forth. And fortunately, I was smart enough to do the deal. So thank you, Marcus. Really, bottom of my heart. And when you're ready to tell me you have the 121, let me know. Nick almost missed his panel because of the trade. That's not true, Alberto. I did my panels first. I had no choice. Just like Berkey has no chance of catching up with Anthony, I had no choice but to do my panels. You got to do my day job so I can afford this community, isn't it?
Do you think I should? Alex Marino said, anything JR is hard to get. You think I should do one night and bring on the JR covers that I have left at the full price? That not when you sell them at discounted prices when you sell them. You think I should bring them all on at full price?
That's up to you, but Alex Marino is looking for any JR Junior pages that are affordable, like somewhere in the $300 to $700 range if you have any tonight.
No, that I don't have. But no, the ones Alex that I'm talking about would be 10,000 to 20,000 a piece.
Hard to get because of the price, Marcus. Yeah, some of them are.
That's correct, Marcus.
Murdoch says, "Bring on the covers." What do you got? What's your most expensive piece? I want to see what your most jump to your most expensive piece. You don't have to go in order here.
Well, they're downstairs. But I'd probably say
no. The most expensive piece you brought for on the air to sell.
Oh, for tonight.
Yeah.
Dave Cockrum, X-Men, number 141. And 147, page 14.
147. I was going to say that's a little suspicious if it's 141.
Yeah.
That's Days of Future Past.
Yeah, I looked up my own handwriting. I made the fancy where you make a one like that. And I looked up real quick. What issue? 147, page 14. This is
so how much is that?
$18,000.
Nice.
So that is my baller piece of the evening.
That's a really nice piece. What's your next one? Let's go in lower. So you got 18,000. What's next?
Okay. You want me to go backward? Going backwards or starting lower?
That's what I'm saying. Go backwards.
You got Action 537 by Rich Buckler and Dick Giordano.
Wow. How much?
That's 8,500.
Hey Spencer, if I vouch for anybody here, they can pay you within 30 days. Would you do 50% down, 50% 30 days?
I'd have to ask the owner. Probably yes, but I'd have to ask the owner.
Guys, 8,500 for that Buckler cover is a really good deal.
More than likely, the answer is yes. I'd say 99 out of 100, he'd say yes.
All right, if I got to front it for anybody, I'll front the money. So, Spencer, Marcus says you have the Brave and the Bold 121 cover. That already makes me suspicious that he has it.
What was the 121 cover?
It's the one with the Metal Men, Batman and the Metal Men.
Oh no, I know where that is. You want me to tell you where it is? I know exactly where it is, and I'm not joking.
Where is it?
It's on Mike Carlin's wall in his living room. I'm serious.
Son of a!
It was literally. You didn't never tell me about it. The very first day that I met Mike Carlin, 38 years ago, something like that, 36 years ago.
Yeah.
I had just started representing Jim about a week earlier, and I literally brought up. Jim had never opened up any of his art returns ever. He had a pallet that was about knee height, filled with artwork at his house of all unopened packages. That's one where it's like a train going down the hill with the middlemen on it.
Yeah.
Yeah, Mike has it. Mike said, if you ever find that cover, I want it. I said, okay, wait to hear where it was. This is the funny story. I said, okay. I separated all of Jim's art. Not there. So I call Mike and say, I'm really sorry, it's not there. On Jim's wall in his basement, he has old style paneling. He has like giant baggies. And he has 4 covers thumbtacked to the wall, the baggies thumbtacked to the wall. It's not there. I don't think, now, at the time, my best friend at the time's family owned a frame shop. And I asked Jim why he had these noise, because these are my favorite covers I've ever drawn. One was one where it's himself drawing at the table.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was one. And he says, take them. And I said, okay. He says, have your friend, we're going to trade a Batman sketch for the framing. No problem. I take the one in the middle down that has the one where he's drawing himself. I said, wait a minute, Jim, there's 2 covers in here. There is? Pull it up. 121 was in there. And Jim's like, didn't Mike Carlin ask for that? I was like, yeah, he did. It'll never happen, Marcus. I'll tell you what.
I'll tell you why it'll never happen. I know why. Metalman's Mike Carlin's favorite characters.
This is the first comic he ever read. But anyhow, I take it. Jim says, give it to him. So I give it to my friend to frame, and I go to New York, and Mike Carlin and Mark Grunwald, may he rest in peace, were at a party. I framed it up, had it wrapped in brown paper. And I know Mark is Mike's best friend. I said, call Mark over here. He's going to want to see this. And he comes over, and he rips it open, and I'm not joking. Mike started tearing. He had tears coming down his face. He's like, he gave me a hug, thought my head was going to pop. He says, you don't know what this means to me. He said, you really don't understand what this means to me.
Maybe I can trade him the complete interior for like one of his Death of Superman pages.
Well, anyhow, he literally has it framed and it's on the wall in his bedroom, unless he moved it when he moved to California. It was in his wall, and it's been there for at least 35 years. It's been there. I'm sorry. You never mentioned extras to the cover.
I know I'm never getting this.
Oh,
I know Nick needs to practice crying more. Trust me, I cry a lot.
I'm sorry to be giving you the bad news, but I highly doubt, unless he's going to jail and needs bail money, I highly doubt you'll ever be able to get that cover out of his hands.
It is what it is. Hey, listen, don't be sorry. At the very least, now I can give up trying. You know,
you know where it is. You don't have to look for it. It's all right. So one, it's a train going downhill. The metal men are on it, and Batman is somewhere in the yes.
So I'll say this real quick. You pull up the X-Men for Jason, but Richard Shipp, I do have Flash Gordon art. If you really want me to bring it on, I'll bring it on next Friday.
It's the X-Men page. But yeah, we're going to show that later too.
And Alberto called Jason D'Ambrosio for you. See what type of guy Alberto is?
I can call the person while you're on. Just mute my microphone for a minute, or I'll do it.
Well, first see if he's interested.
But the offer that you just made, Jason, the price is $18,000. But Nick said he would vouch for people. They get 50% down, and I know who you are also. And you can have 30 days to pay the other 50%.
Yeah. Look at what Mr. Dreadjack wrote. Oh my God.
Yeah, right. That's true.
I just gotta not sweat and remember to hold the knife harder. Richard, what I have is the Flash Gordon series that Jeff Parker wrote. I have the cover #1 by Roberto Castro that I think was unpublished, but then the covers #2 through 8 published. Alex, I did go to San Diego. I did. So house rules 11 cents. Jason, you know what? Here's the thing. like Angel flying high, the prices ain't coming down on Cockrum. So, but well, Jason, you'll have probably good news if the answer ends up being that the owner will allow it to be sold. I'll while Spencer's on the phone. Hey Jay, show the Kickstarter and backer kit real quick. Hey guys, I'm going to ask you for a little bit of support while we're here. Gil, I think that once Spencer comes back, I was promised Nick looks nothing like her. All right, so we have a Vampirella Black, White, and Blood Kickstarter. There, if you guys can support it, that'll be great. We do have a cover by Roberto Castro in homage to Dave Stevens. Jay, are you able to pull that and show it on the air, or should I run and get it?
I have the answer, by the way.
What's the answer?
Got too much paperwork.
Oh, so it has to be all up front?
It has to be all one payment, yes.
I'll front the money. If anybody wants it, I'll front the money. So Jay.
Yes, sir.
Were you able to pull up the Kickstarter?
Yeah, give me just a second.
Oh, and Gil asked to see the Cockrum again. So I'll put the Cockrum up on the side.
Yeah.
If you know what I'm do, I'm going to take it out of the holder, so you won't have the reflection.
That's a good idea.
That's a lot better, much better that way. I can actually even do close-ups. Oh,
We gotta hurry up and get me off the air before Marcus sues for what do you call that when you do false advertising? Believe it or not, I love that last panel. So Angel's in every panel.
Yep. Him in a danger room training session. By the way, just to show you, on the back, see what the price it says?
20,000.
Yeah. So I'm actually giving you 2,000 less than I'm supposed to.
So basically, you're shaving your commission.
That's correct.
False advertising. Yeah, I gotta hurry up.
I just want to sell it for my friend.
Well, I gotta hurry up and get off the air because Marcus is about to sue for false advertising. He wants Skylar, not Nick.
Well, everybody wants Skylar, not Nick.
No shit. I mean, no shit. So guys, here's the Vampirella Kickstarter.
Gil, it's 18,000.
Huh?
I was answering Gil. He asked how much the Cockrum was.
Got it. So scroll down the pledge levels, Jay. On the right. Yeah, rewards. There you go. Scroll down. Scroll down. My pleasure, Jason. If you want it, I'll front half the money. You front the other half. Then you can give me the second half later. So keep going faster. Go all the way down. So we show us the art levels. That's what we're getting to, Marcus. I pre-ordered Thundercats. Thanks, Jewish Dragons. Yep, Mirka and Dolfo. All right, so guys, here we go. A little bit further. It's almost at the bottom. Keep going. Now, we do have $50 versions of this cover. We did this to help Roberto Castro. Okay, go back up. There you go. So click on that real quick, Jay. This cover is available for $1,969. Nick, lower. Are you able to click on it? Is it not working?
No, it's not clicking. Hold on just a second.
You know what you might have to do is, there we go. We had 2 other covers, and they sold. You're going to have to go all the way down. This is painful. Hold on. Could probably do it quicker on my phone. Let's see. Vampirella. Mirka and Dolfo. La la la. Jesus. You and I both are stinking at this, right? All right, here we go. Here, let me show the whole thing. Here we go. This is an homage to Dave Stevens. It's Roberto Castro. Even though Roberto, so this original art is $1,969. Even though Roberto didn't do anything in the book, we wanted to help him raise some money. So we've got that one. We did this in homage to Frank Rosetta, but this sold already. We did this. All right. And we did the Jay Lee one for $5,000, and that sold already. So if you are interested, we still have the Roberto Castro available. And we also have $50 editions of the covers. Also, if you buy the Roberto Castro cover, we are going to do only one copy in the world of a virgin cover edition, no logo to go with it. So who knows what that might be worth. The more, that's right. Did you pop that up, Jay, Alberto's comment, so that people on Twitch and Facebook can see it? So, all right. So then there's that. And then just one other thing. So let me know if anybody's going after it. We're doing something different on BackerKit. So I want to get this. We've got a Karma on BackerKit. Basically, we have an original art threshold. It's $7,500, and you get $10,000 or more worth of original art. It's random, but you're getting that. All right, guys. I love it when Nick rolls his R's. The Mannix covered metal versions. You know, I wasn't going to, but that's a good idea.
Should have done a metal version for the $6 million man when you did that.
Well, we weren't doing metal versions back then.
Yeah.
Did everybody hit the thumbs up, by the way? Let's see where we're at on thumbs up. Thumbs up, all the way up. Let's see. La 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 la. All right, so let's get me off the air. Everybody, thank you for being here. Please hit that thumbs up and share. Sharing is caring. Metal, Mannix. I'm going to do what Marcus is doing right now. Love you guys all. Remember one thing, be nice and make the world a better place. Spencer, Skylar, Jay, take it away.
All right, first, Jason. Welcome, Skylar, real quick before I say hello formally. Jason, I will be bringing it to Terrificon, but it will have to be paid for in full. Just bear that in mind. Anyway, welcome the most beautiful girl in the world, Skylar Lauren Godwin. Welcome to the show.
Hi, everyone. I'm excited to be here.
You have one of your covers handy?
Which one? The Powerpuff Girls one?
Look at this, guys. Look at what this young lady did. She did this cover with 3 remarks on it.
Yeah, I did brought one up just in case to show with the remarks on it. And I did them in the corner here, but I also did one that's a little more spaced out with the girls beside each other. So yeah.
Anybody wants, these are available. The remarks are still available. I don't remember what the price was.
So for the 3 girls, I think we're just going to do 100 for those. And these are done with paint markers. So I put color, make them pop a little bit. And then if you wanted one of the girls or one of the remarks, like Mojo Jojo, I think we're doing only 50. So
if anybody wants this, just take the place in order right now, and you'll get them. She turned, unlike some artists in the industry, it take 5 years to do. She turned her commission around in 2 weeks.
I did about like 10 of these in one night, so and sent them off to people. But yeah, like I said, I did a Mojo Jojo one. I did one with all the girls. I did one that I thought was pretty cool. I did a Chemical X one where the actual chemical got busted I put that on the side of the
Oh,
cover.
sure. That's because you spilled a bottle of ink on the cover and you wanted to make it look like it was.
No, it's not. I just thought it kind of stood out. It made it look a little different. So I can do whatever character on these if somebody wants one, and I'll sign it and stuff. And like I said, I do it with.
Superman in that style. Make it look like a Powerpuff Superman.
Oh, that'd be cool too. But yeah, I can do.
It's in transit to Dynamite as we speak, if not already at Dynamite. So it should be taken care of very shortly. She's already done it and it's already there.
Yeah. So and
That'd be pretty cool. It's a Powerpuff Superman. That'd be pretty cool.
yeah, do it stylized like the Powerpuff Girls. Yeah,
That's
that'd be cool.
So anyway, so what do you got? I understand that you've got about a dozen very unusual things for us tonight, including a unpublished cover by Luke Ross, who is absolutely amazing. And
Yeah, so I did. So that's my first one. I was going to show you guys the bigger piece. So this is one that I did some research on, and I got to show you guys some like little cool things that he put in the cover. So this is Spider-Man 2099. It's
You're digitizing.
Huh?
If your camera lose, you're digitizing.
You're digitizing. Hold on.
Your whole face, everything, your whole body, you look like a little square.
It's, I'm clear on my end. Is anybody else having that? Can everybody else?
Jay, do you have that on your end?
It's a little sketchy on this side.
Yeah, for some reason
It's weird. It's clear on mine. I'm not really sure. I'm connected to the internet.
Yeah, because it's hard to see the art because it's all digitized.
Jay, do you think I should come back in or go?
Why don't you go out and come back in? It's got.
Okay. Can you do that for me?
Yeah, I'll drop you out real fast, and you can just come
Okay.
out.
And there's the Godfather.
See, if this doesn't work, she might have to refresh and come back into the room entirely. So let's see.
Okey-dokey. Is it better now?
No,
I think you're gonna have to actually get out of the room or refresh the page.
Okay, yeah, I can do that because I also have another camera too. So give me 1 second. So I will refresh the page and come back.
I'll entertain you in the meantime. So two guys walk into a bar. Now, Jason, I actually have a whole portfolio from this gentleman of stuff and some other things that are expensive also. It's not X-Men, but it's got a bunch of Doom Patrol covers, got a Justice League cover, a modern Justice League cover. So there's some really nice stuff in there as well. But I brought up there's like 5 items from this artist from this collection here. 100% better.
I don't know what that was. That's weird.
Yeah. You know, like when they're trying to obscure somebody's face in the courtroom, that's what you were looking like.
Yeah, I don't know why. I was perfectly clear on my end. It's so weird.
Okay, so let's start over.
Okay, so I have a Spider-Man 2029 full page splash and cover, and it looks like he started to ink it, but it's OA1, but I wanted to show you guys. There's some cool things. If I can zoom in on the camera, if I can get it to work. It looks like the title was supposed to go there, as you can see, where it has title written in pencil. And then there's a box too that says credits. And so this one, as far as I could find online, is never published. And as you have Spider-Man, Miguel O'Hara in the top corner here. But if you look in the middle for anybody that plays video games, there is a Mortal Kombat symbol.
Oh, wow, I didn't notice that.
And the movie. Yeah, I thought that was really cool. And then if you look too, right here, it says Marvel Comics, like a logo.
Marvel logo.
And then down here, it says Fox Films.
Wow.
Yeah, so he put like some little Easter egg things in here, and I thought that was a really cool detail for someone to have in their collection, especially with the popularity right now of Spider-Man 2099 for you guys who've seen the Into the Spider-Verse movie.
Wow.
So it's a beautiful, detailed piece. And the villain, I believe, what is his name? Oh, Chernobyl. So.
It's funny where you found those things and hit in the background. Tom Morgan did a picture with Alpha Flight, and the Alpha Flight was chasing a bad guy through a cemetery. And one of the tombstones says, "Here lies Spencer Beck, not missed."
Wow.
It's like it's published. It's like you bastard. Not missed.
Yeah, there's a lot of detail
That's
like in the
beautiful
bottom. Kind of got like the New York City kind of Times Square
Super
vibe
cool.
kind
Yeah.
of feeling. Yeah, so that's my first one.
That's
Definitely.
OA1.
Yeah, I wanted to start out with something a little bigger, but this next one, it's a smaller page, but it's from Sensational Spider-Man, which I used to read. And I know it's a Spider-Man page. It's only for I think we're doing what, $50 on this one?
Yep, 50
Spider-Man's arm is right there in that middle panel. And I believe in this issue too, he gets the black suit, and also in this issue is the first appearance of the Sleeper. So it's a cool piece if somebody wanted a Spider-Man page, you know, and it's not too expensive, you know, because as you know, Spencer, those Spider-Man pages you sell,
Yeah.
you know, they go really quickly.
Generally, Spider-Man on start at 175 and go up from there.
Yeah, so it's a $50 page. It's signed on the back by Scott Hanna, who was the inker on this one. So that one was OA number 2. Next up is OA number 3. This is the Gold Goblin, and it features Norman. And it's got that classic, I think Spencer would know this. Is it John Romita Sr. who gave him the
Yes.
classic hairstyle?
Yes. Yep.
Yeah. And this ties into the Dark Web saga that was just last year, I believe. So this is from the Gold Goblin storyline, when Norman becomes the Goblin.
Great
So
show.
and this one was Scott Hanna. I can't. Who did the pencils? Do you remember, Spencer, on this one? Land Medina. That's right.
Guy Medina.
Yeah. All right. Moving on to the next one. We have Venom First Host, and it features Eddie Brock. So, and Ron Lim did the pencils for this one, and for anybody who's ever got anything from Ron, he is amazing. He's just phenomenal, his artwork, and obviously Scott Hanna is an amazing inker. So,
Yeah, that's just like that. They're hidden under 50 pounds of fat, but that's just like that.
wow, Spencer, yep. So it's got Eddie Brock in there, especially with a new movie coming out too, the new Venom movie. All right. Next up, OA5. This is also from a Venom storyline, and it features Dylan Brock as Codex. You can see right there. He's right in that panel, and he's holding the Necro Sword. And it's right there too at the bottom.
That's by Brian Hitch, who you cannot find.
Oh, yeah, Brian Hitch. Yep, Brian Hitch.
This is a blue line, but regardless, you cannot find Brian's art in America. It's very, very difficult to find his stuff.
Yeah, so this was a really cool piece for anybody that was reading like the King in Black storyline or any of that stuff, because Dylan's Eddie Brock's son, and he is Codex. So that
Remember
one.
this, guys, if you want to start off, if you haven't purchased art before, it's when I always suggest people to start off with 50, 75, 80, $100 pages, and then trade up. You know, get a using school grades, get a D quality page, then get a C quality page, then get a B quality. Work your way up. If you can't afford to buy $1,000 page right off the bat, but tonight I promise you, once you get a page of original art in your hands, you're hooked for life. It's highly, highly addicting. I remember the first page that I gave to you, or that you got when we first met, and you were like a little kid in a candy store. But you were looking.
Yeah. I have a few pieces now that people have done that I've either worked for or gifts or something like that. So I've got a few special pieces for sure, like especially a John Romita Jr. when he did me a Spider-Man, I almost died. So
That's because we all love you, because you're wonderful.
Oh. Well, next up, especially with all the news, I got an Iron Man page for you guys. So this is a Tom Rainey and Hennessy, Andrew Hennessy
Andrew
inks.
Hennessy, yep. Andrew Hennessy, yep.
His inks are phenomenal, by the way. Yeah, I saw him ink Mark Bagley, and I don't know, there's just something about the way he inks.
Yeah.
Like it just pops. But that's an awesome right down at the bottom with Iron Man, and it features.
Actually looks like almost a half-page splash almost.
Yeah, it features. I think the villains right here at the top. I know there's Hawkeye down there, but there's also Anaconda and Cobra.
Yeah, the character that Cobra next to Anaconda, that character actually is in the movie, in the upcoming movie.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, in the Spider-Man. Yeah, they announced it in San Diego. The actor came out on the stage.
Oh wow. Yeah. So it's honestly, I love Iron Man. It's just a really cool page to start out and have in your collection, especially with him removing the mask, and you just see Tony, there. So it's only $175.
Let's go on to what, half page. Is it a half page splash?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a hell of a price for a half page splash.
And then next up, we're switching gears from Marvel to DC. So I have for you guys a Green Lantern core page.
Wow.
Features Sky Gardner.
Look at the detail on that. That's Fernando Passeron.
Fernando Passeron and Scott Hanna inks.
I wish he would do commissions. I've been talking to him for years. He keeps saying, sure, I'll do them, and he never has time. He's just amazing
artist. I just love like the space, like all the detail that goes into that, like how the dots and everything. Yeah. It's amazing.
I think it's a toothbrush effect. If you know what that is.
What's it take where they take like
paint and you take your finger over the bristles.
Yep, I've seen. I can't remember. I saw somebody actually do that at a show.
Neil taught me how to do that.
Yeah. So, and are they still actually working? Was it a Green Lantern show or movie that they were doing?
TV show.
The TV show. Yeah. Are they still working on that?
Yes. Yep.
Yeah. So I'll be excited to see what they do with that.
John Stewart. It was originally supposed to be about Guy Gardner and John Stewart. Now they've changed it. It's going to be Hal Jordan, John Stewart, and Alan Scott.
Wow.
3 of them.
Next up, we have some Batman. So this is Batman One Bad Day. It's Ivan Reyes and Danny Mickey. And this is from the Ra's al Ghul storyline. And look at the detail on that.
I mean, that is absolutely amazing. Danny is one of the best thinkers in the business.
And this story is written by the amazing Tom Taylor. I mean, he just knocks it out of the park with his writing. He's amazing as well. Super nice guy. I got to have dinner with him at San Diego one year too. He's so nice. So, yep. I just love the detail too, like the horse and all the background stuff. It's amazing.
I like the helmet right where your finger is. I love the etching that he does on the helmets, right where your fingers are.
Yeah, I was going to zoom in for everybody.
Yeah. Gorgeous work. Ivan is one of the best pencilers out there. And he's so shy and so unassuming. You meet him, he's so detail-oriented. And he's just a nice, quiet, shy guy.
All right. So next is The Flash, OA9. It's Fernando Passeron pencils.
It's retelling their original relationship when Wally first became the Flash.
That's awesome. And then I think I've showed this before on a show, but I feel like you get almost like a bonus piece because he does the layouts on the back. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So that's awesome. So that, yep.
Roll up, because I'm showing the top half. So roll the page up higher so we can see the bottom half.
The bottom half? Sure.
Yeah. There you go. Look at that shot.
Awesome. And obviously, Passman signed it. So,
I understand people, if you like Passion's work, he has never appeared in the United States. He won't anytime soon because he does not speak a word of English, not one word.
oh, yeah.
And when I talk to him, I have to have a translator on the line because he literally doesn't speak a word of English. He
Oh,
tries.
wow.
It's actually quite entertaining. I mean, this is being idiocy, but thank you. He has actually sounded out. Oh, claim 09, Alberto.
Oh, nice. Thank you, Alberto. I'll say it, put that to the side.
Listening to him is funny because he's trying it. Usually he's right, but you can hear he's sounding the word out as he's saying it. And it's really sweet. It's very, very sweet.
No. Next.
Oh, Ian, you buying the steak dinner?
What?
He says, I'm hoping at a good steak dinner.
Talking about Nick Barucci is what he's talking about because Nick posts his food now when he goes out. Nick's like, look what I'm eating tonight. And I'm like,
Mike, normally I don't do packages. The most I can take up my commission needs because of the price, very little. The most I can do would be $5 off each one if you took all 4. That's the most I could do. Honestly, my commission is $10. I'm giving you half of my commission if you want it. If you want to take all 4. So let me know and I'll write them down for you.
Next up, unless Spencer, you needed something. Did you need to tell him something else?
No, you go on.
Okay, cool.
Always wait for Mike to respond.
Okay, this is also from Batman One Bad Day. Same storyline written by Tom Taylor. It's the Ra's al Ghul storyline, but this features Batman and Robin and Ra's al Ghul. And
Oh my
sorry.
God, we were detailing Batman in the middle there.
That's awesome. Yeah. So Danny Mickey inks, Ivan Reyes pencils. I love like the detail of the background too, not just Batman and Robin, but just everything else too.
That's gorgeous. I love the detail on Batman's face. The lighting, the counter lighting effect. It's amazing.
Yeah. So that one is OA10. All right. Then next up, we have a Detective Comics page. Same thing, Ivan Reyes and Danny Mickey, because you can't beat them. But look at that. That's awesome.
Wow.
Let me see if I can zoom in for you guys. It's Batman. He's like underwater. It's like his cape, the detail.
Yeah. Wow. Look at that. Danny is so good at drapery, which I think like the capes and clothing and stuff.
Sorry, I'm trying to get focus. This is from the Detective Comics. It's so awesome.
Yeah, it's
Right now,
15 and 21.
that one's OA 11. Next up, and the final page that I have for you guys tonight is OA number 12, which is a Titans page. Personally, one of my favorite team ups is the Teen Titans. And it's got Nightwing, it's got Batman. Look at the bottom page here. If you're a Nightwing fan.
It looks pissed.
It's Danny Mickey as well.
Must have been talking to Nick.
What'd you say?
I said Nightwing looks pissed. He must have been on the phone with Nick.
Wow. This is Batman, and then the top one. That's such an awesome action pose. I love that.
I love all the backgrounds, especially over the teddy bear's hair to the left by Nightwing's hand. It's holding onto the rope on the top panel. All the gray tones that he puts in. Beautiful, beautiful work. Among us, you see all this detail. Danny does not use assistants. Once in a blue moon, his wife will spot blacks if he's on a tight deadline. But outside of that, Danny does it all himself. And you look at this detail, it's amazing.
All right, and that's what I've got for you guys tonight. Let me know if you guys want to see anything again. I think, was it Alberto? You claimed OA9.
Jewish Dragons pencils exist. somewhere. He's in South America. He's only been to the United States since COVID. He's only been here twice since COVID. He stays with, I'll be able to find the flash page. Do I have that? Yes, the 089.
Yeah, 089. I pulled it for him.
Yeah, Ivan has been playing around with digital, but he's not as happy as actual, the physical pencils. Because he can't, with digital, it's hard to get tones. You can if you know what you're doing, but when you're just starting out, until you know what you're doing, it's not easy. So he's just sticking with traditional pencils, and he's damn good. He is damn good. When I used to represent him, every time a package of art would come in, I'd be like, okay, I'm keeping this one. Especially when he would send me covers. But would anybody like to see anything else of the one Skylar has? Would you like to re-show anything? To see anything twice, see it 3 times sold. They can buy a couple, 4 or 5 more of them for that baby needs a new pair of shoes.
Baby needs to pay medical bills.
Oh, come on, guys. The beautiful girl's got to pay medical bills. Come on, let's help her out. Let's show it's important. Buy 4 or 5 more pages.
I gotta feed my cats.
Gotta keep the putties happy too.
Yeah, I don't know if because Spencer always advises me on things as far as selling, and I don't know if Spencer, you think that any of these we could go a little bit on the price.
Yeah, we can. If anybody is interested, okay, here's what we're gonna do. Here's what we're gonna do.
Whoa! Calm down. With no pencil throwing.
Pencil is orbit. Here's what we're
no need to throw things.
Okay, if anybody wants, we normally don't do this, but Skylar said she's got some medical bills to pay. So here's what we're gonna do, which I normally don't do this. As long as it's reasonable, don't come back from $400 page and say $25. But if anybody wants to make an offer on any of the pages, all reasonable offers will be considered. So as I said, I mean, if it's 400 and you want to make, that's fine. Yes, Albert. No, that's actually because I'm drinking a lot of these today.
No, it's because he saw me. What are you talking about? No, just kidding. I was gonna say no. It's because you got to see me.
That always does it. That always makes me happy. Getting to see you always makes me happy. Want to run through the pages again? Absolutely, it's a good idea. As we show them, we'll put them up. Actually, can I get an idea? Why don't we try this? For that piece, let's try an auction. Let's see if someone wants
this one?
Yeah, we'll start an auction. We'll start it at $350. We'll start an auction and see if somebody wants to put a bid in, and we'll put a timer of 1 minute. If anybody wants to buy it, we can do it that way. How's that? So is anybody? Oh, I just got a text just came in. I looked down. It says Keanu Reeves. It's not. That's an advertisement for a movie coming on. I thought Keanu Reeves texted me like, what? All right. Well, we'll take it to anybody want to make an offer on this? Give it a few more seconds. If not, we'll move on to the next piece.
It's a really cool piece.
It's a really cool piece. We're dropping. Was it 10% be 50? Probably 30% on the price for the auction. If only one person bids on it, you're going to get it for $350. It's 30% off the regular listed price.
All right.
Robin, so we'll skip that. We'll move on to something else.
Right, and the next one is a pretty cheap page, but I had thought it'd be cool to throw on. But it's a Sensational Spider-Man page, Scott Hanna, and it's got Spider-Man right here in the middle panel jumping. But it's from an issue where it was the first appearance, I believe, of a Spider-Man villain. I think it's the Sleeper, but yeah.
So that was only dropped down to 40. Somebody wants it.
$40. 40.
For $40, that's a steal. That is actually stealing the page at $40.
It's one of those pages where you can just buy, just start your collection if you have.
Or do it as a gift if you want to give it to somebody who collects art. It's a nice starting gift.
Or somebody who might
Commander and Beef will take it for $40.
All right, thank you.
Thank you very much. That goes towards one doctor.
And then next piece, Gold Goblin.
Okay,
All
let's see,
right.
this one
Got
is
Norman in it.
okay. This one is marked 200. Let's see, 10, 20, 20, 40. Take 25%. We'll mark that down to 150. Take 25% off on that. How does that sound? Make it to 150. A half-page splash of Norman Osborn, who's about that right now in John Romita Jr.'s book. There's something major going on with Norman Osborn. That this is going to be a collector's page very shortly. I'm not going to say what, but this will be very collectible very shortly.
And in the story, he becomes the Gold Goblin. So it's a really cool piece to have if you have read that story and the Dark Web Saga. So, all right, moving on to the next one. Next up, Venom First Host, featuring Eddie Brock. This is a Ron Lim
that you have abs just like that.
Ron Lim pencils, because he's just amazing, and then obviously Scott Hanna, because it's an amazing inker.
Let's see what we got. That one at 150. Tell you what we can do, Scott. I got an idea. We'll make it. How about $99.99? They would say a penny sounds cheaper than 100. So we'll make it $99.99.
All right, guys, it's your chance to grab.
The penny.
It's a Venom page, so, and who knows, you might run across more of these if you ever wanted the story.
Right. And Nick posted the abs when he was having artists showing him supplements.
Wow. All right, next up is a Brian Hitch Venom page. And this one is really cool because it has Codex in it. And it's also featuring the Necro Sword. Which, if you know, you ready, the King in Black and all that stuff, it's, you know, heavily ties into all of that. So this is a really cool piece to have.
This one was 200. We'll do the same thing. We're working the frame of 25%. So 25%, $50 will be 150 instead of 200. It's a blue line page, but it's
down at the bottom.
Gorgeous. Absolutely gorgeous page.
It's Brian Hitch and Scott Hanna. All right. Guys, let me know if you want that.
Someone help Skylar pay her medical bills. Come on, man. Come on, let's go, man. Come on. Come on. Work with me here. Work with me.
Next is we got an Avengers page with Iron Man. Especially considering like all the news right now going on about Robert Downey Jr. Like, I don't know. I thought this was a really cool piece to throw up. I love how he's just pulling off the mask too. It's featuring Anaconda and Cobra.
I'll tell you something funny, Scott. I don't know if I told you, from my pet food business, the owner of the company, Anime, his name, and he jokes about it all the time because he's older. His name is Robert Downey.
Wow.
But he called the first time with Kelly answered it, left a message in the phone that Robert Downey called. I'm like, yeah, right. Like, yeah, right. Like, no, really, it's Robert Downey from Anime. It's like, oh, okay. It's like, when you walk in, you pick up your message off a desk, you see Robert Downey called. Like, sure.
And this one is Tom Rainey pencils, which he is phenomenal. And then obviously Andrew Hennessy inks. So this one, I think, what did we say for this one?
We could drop that to 1 1/4. It was 175. We could drop that to 1 1/4. If somebody wants that. And you got a third page splash of Iron Man in it. That's a steal. That's an absolute. If somebody doesn't take it, they're foolish. That's an absolute steal at 100 1/4. That's insane. And you got Hawkeye on there also too. Yeah. Well, keep trying.
All right.
People don't want to help you pay your medical bills tonight, I guess.
It's okay. All right. Next up, Green Lantern Corps, featuring Guy Gardner. I love this bottom panel here. Let's see if I can get it to focus.
Oh, yeah, wow. That's a lot. That's beautiful detail. And this one was 150. We'll do it. Let's see, 50, 30, 30, 37, 40. We'll do it for 110.
All right, 110 for all you Green Lantern fans.
Bear in mind, I am never going to do this ever again, where we offer every single thing at a discounted price. I'm doing this only because I'm going to help Sky get some money for some medical bills.
Okay. All right, moving on to the next one is Batman One Bad Day, featuring Ra's al Ghul. And this story was written by Tom Taylor. The pencils are done by Ivan Reyes, inks by Danny Mickey. The detail in this one is awesome. I don't know if you guys have read any of the One Bad Day comics, but they're really good. I've read this one. I think there's a Riddler one. There's like a whole box set out now of them. It's really cool. So the detail in this.
Actually, Alberto, you did not pay full price. That's the price we offer on the show. The full price on the page was $400. We lowered the prices for the show to start with.
Yeah. I try to give everybody a good deal on ones. So, and that one was OA8. If you guys want that one.
Got the OA10.
Next up, or is it? Yeah, because Alberto took OA9. OA10, Batman and Robin and Ra's al Ghul. This is from the same story. It's Batman One Bad Day, the Ra's al Ghul story. Again, pencils by Ivan Reyes, inks by Danny Mickey, and story written by Tom Taylor. Get to focus. Sorry, I'm trying to get the camera to focus. It's like the detail on the page. It's hard to tell over camera, but it's really amazing. The detail on the faces and everything.
I love it.
Yeah, all of the One Bad Day stories were good. So again, that was OA number 10. OA 11. Sorry, I just dropped my notebook. OA 11. This is a Detective Batman page.
Okay, I'm going to do something really stupid here, and I'll make up the difference with you, Sky. I want you to get some more money for your medical bills. This page is marked 500 right now. Okay, Steve Bees wants to OA6.
Which one? OA6?
Yes.
Okay. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Stevie. You can put that
On this page and this page only, and I'm never going to do anything this drastic again. But again, I want Skylar to be able to pay medical bills this week. I'm going to lower the price. We'll lower the price from 500 to 300. I'm going to take 40% off the price. It's a one-time only deal. I will never do this much off a page ever again. I just want to help. My goal is for me to get a certain amount of money. So I'd like her to. So please, if somebody would buy it, I would appreciate it. So we can, so she can get some doctor's bills paid. So, all right.
All right. Moving on.
We tried.
Thank you for those who have bought a page and everyone that's here tonight. Let's go to, this is the last one. This is the Titans page featuring Nightwing and Batman. This is also Ivan Reyes and Danny Mickey again, because, you know, they're just awesome. And right bottom panel is amazing, like with Nightwing and everything. And this is also a Tom Taylor story, if you're a fan of his. So I think it's really cool, like, you know, if you're at a convention where, like, Tom Taylor would be, to actually get the writer to sign, you know, a page too. So
this one's $375. We'll lower this one to $280. Somebody wants to take that one. That's a steal. Again, also, all these pages we're dropping the price dramatically. I said, trying to help the young lady, the beautiful young lady out. But apparently nobody wants to bite tonight.
But thank you for those who did buy a page. Also, for those that came in a little bit later, I do still have some Powerpuff Girls books if anybody wants some. I have been remarking these and signing them.
Miguel claimed the Batman Nightwing page.
Thank you,
item
Miguel.
Is that the number?
It's OA12.
0812. Okay.
This one.
Miguel. Let's see though. Thank you, Miguel. And that one we said that was 300.
Thank you so much, Mike.
What is that? Mike has billed $20 for Skylar.
I think it's a
Donation.
Yeah.
Oh, that's sweet. That's very sweet. Very, very sweet. Oh,
super chat. Yeah. I
They
forgot
got
what
super
they're
chat.
called.
Aren't you supposed to ask a question with a super chat? I know that DC. That they would have to tell you from experience. I don't know how much Nick charges for shipping.
I think that's a question for.
It's $100 a package, I think. I have no idea. Well, Michael, thank you very much.
I know you bought stuff too last time. So.
Mike, you didn't want to go the three. You don't want to do the three 10 of Ford cards. So, all right. Anyhow, Nick, there you go. $25 for shipping. Thank you, Nick. Oh, I'll borrow another 20.
I was also going to say to Spencer, because I know you're asking a question about Powerpuff Girls. I still do have some of these available with a remark and without a remark, if anyone was interested, for those who maybe came in late. So I just want to promote that. So.
That's awesome. That's absolutely. Oh, here you go. Here's Nick mentioning about that as well. So again, thank you for everybody who supported Scott. Scott, why don't you stick around for a little bit if you can? Because you can see some really cool stuff and you can throw some comments in.
For what are you still doing?
Yeah, I got more stuff. 087 is still available. Is 087 still available? Yes, it is. For DC stripping, yes, it is. Would you like it? It is still available.
It was the Green Lantern page.
Yep, that's what I said. $100 on that. I think we said $100 on it. Well, either way, we'll make it $100 if he wants it. So DC, you want it? Let us know. Claim it. Claim it. There we go.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, guys. We very much appreciate it. And yeah, we got some really cool stuff here. Stuff you've never seen, Sky. I got some really neat stuff.
Oh yeah.
So if you want to throw some comments in. So we'll start off. We're going to go back to start with 0824. This is history. This is I'm going to take them out of the holders one at a time. This is JSA issue 4, page 22 by Mike Parabek and Mike Macklin. Let me get out of Mike. There we go. Microphone.
Oh wow. There
we go. You got on this page, we've got Green Lantern, we've got the Flash, Wildcat, Dr. Midnight, and the Wally West Flash as well are on the crossover. And that's Major Force, who coined a major phrase. We've put her in the refrigerator. This one is $2,000. This page by the great Mike Parabek. Mike was actually a very, very dear friend of mine, which is actually, to tell you honestly, with my diagnosis, I think Mike died from complications of diabetes. So that's why when my doctor told me, it kind of freaked me out to start thinking about Michael. He died at a very, very young age. And he was a hell of a nice guy and a hell of a talent. He actually created El Diablo that was in Suicide Squad movie as well. That's Mike. That's $2,000 and it is OA24 for $2,000 for that page. Next, now here's something that you rarely, if ever, see. This is 0825. This is 9 by 11 inches on Bristol board. It's original art by Walt Simonson. This was done. Actually, let me take it out. This was done one of 3 pieces that he did. He did for a fundraiser for an artist that needed surgery. And he did 3 different poses. Walter, for those who know, Walter does not sell his art. Walter rarely does full pencil sketches. He does quickies. So this is a rare occasion that he actually gave full pencils. They actually let full pencils leave his possession. This is $3,000. Anybody who is interested in that? It is not signed by Walter, but if you're willing to wait about 10 days, I can get it signed by Walter because I go to his house every 2 weeks. Plus, I'll be seeing him at Terrificon. And this is Thor headshot number 2 of the 3. Third one was sold. You know, look at the detail. That is freaking gorgeous. If you like Walt Simon's and Thor, that is absolutely gorgeous. A gorgeous, gorgeous piece. That look nice on your wife's fall sky. Put that up in your office.
What?
I said we should put this up in your office. That would look nice in your office.
Yeah, can't afford that. It's a little too expensive.
That's $3,000. Next piece is 0827. Now this is a piece. This is Extreme X-Men issue number 30 cover. It's computer painted over Salvador Larroca's pencils. It is $3,000. It is 11 by 17. It was absolutely indeed published. I looked it up myself to make sure. But for those who want getting X-Men covers for $3,000 is pretty damn cheap. I got a beautiful Storm and Bishop cover as well. That is Salvador Larroca's pencils as well. Okay, this one back in. Next up is, actually, I don't know if I ever showed you this one, Sky. This is from Will Conrad. It's Novo Seculo, which is the South American printer of Marvel and DC Comics. This is a Deadpool trade paperback cover. Painted,
Oh wow, that's awesome.
Painted in gouache by Will Conrad.
Wow.
This is published. If you search the internet, you can find it. This is $3,000 also. And you can see it get closer to the camera. That is a nice painting.
That is awesome.
That is a beautiful, beautiful painting.
I love some Deadpool, so.
Nah, never. Sky, what's your favorite cosplay?
Oh, I did a Lady Deadpool years ago before she ever got popular, and now it's like it's everywhere. And the funny thing was when we were at GalaxyCon this weekend, because I didn't get a chance to tell you this, I had a few people come up to me. They're like, I remember the Lady Deadpool cosplay you did years ago, and they didn't know my name. They're just like, oh, like one of them called me Lady Deadpool, and I was like, Jesus, this is crazy, because that was like the most popular one that I did. So way back in the good old days.
Okay, this is Brett Booth, Norm Rapman. It's The Flash, issue 43, page 11. If you're a Flash fan, this is $5,000. This is actually, yeah, it's $5,000. It is Norm. I was looking at the anchor. I thought it was spelled and said it wrong. If you're a Flash fan, that's as good as it gets. I mean, how much more if you're a Flash fan? Right? Get than that. I mean, that is the page. So that's $5,000. It's Flash 43, page 11, by Brett Booth and Norm Rapman, one of the best teams in the Flash in modern history. Next, going back to Walter Simonson. This was a cover design. What Walt does is he does it in full pencil, or as tight as you see it, and then he light boxes it and inks it into the final board. This is a Beta Ray build cover design. Look at that. This is $6,500. Get closer to the camera. You can see the details on it. There we go. This was a printed cover. He thinks it was a trade paperback, but that is a gorgeous piece. Again, show me Walt Simonson artwork that's out there. Samurai, you don't want to look at my website. You'll be too angry. It is archaic. It would fail in 8th grade. If you're in 8th grade and had to build a website, it would fail. So unfortunately, not. But if you come to see me at shows, I am going to be building a new website. Actually, Skylar's going to be helping me with it. Didn't tell you that, by the way. You're going to be helping with the website.
I guess I'm getting employed to do that now.
Yes. Anyhow, but in the meantime, that's what we got. From Walter, there's actually only 4 pieces on the market. That's it. The rest, he just gave these. The only reason I even have these pieces is he just moved to a new house. And yes, they have savings and stuff. Things in the house need to be fixed. And I said, Walt, you got these roughs. Why don't we just take and sell 3 or 4 of the roughs, and that'll pay for the repairs, and you have to take it out of your savings. He's like, okay. So let me take them out. This is, I can tell you exactly what it is. This is for God of Thunder issue 13 variant cover. Variant cover design.
Beautiful.
Look, again, you ain't gonna get that as a con sketch, that's for sure. That's a beautiful, beautiful piece. And again, he just light boxes. And then if you look it up on the internet, you can find the cover. It's Thor: God of Thunder, number 13 variant cover. That's $6,500. The Walt Simonson stuff, I can take a 30-day time payment on. I want to do half up front and half in 30 days. Walt will allow me to do that. Next, we got, this has never been offered ever. This is a experience exclusive. This has never been offered for sale anywhere. This is Spider-Woman issue 8 cover by Mark Bagley. Mark's pencil and inks. I don't know if it's been published. I think it's been published. I hope it's been published. I don't get in trouble. It is $6,500. Hopefully it's been published. Mark sent this to me a short while ago. Mark just started inking his own covers. So if you're interested, this is a rare opportunity to get a cover from Mark Bagley. First time buyer, I filled up when they sent me an invoice. Jake, that's up to you, Jake. How did they work that? I believe so.
Yeah, Dynamite should send you an invoice via your email. So
Okay. Got 2 pieces left. 2 killer pieces. We have got Action Comics issue 537 cover by Rich Buckler and Dick Giordano.
Amazing. It's a piece of history.
This is absolute history. This is from 1982, so it's 42 years old. This cover by Dick and Rick Buckler, and this one is $8,500. That cover, and again, close up on it. Beautiful, beautiful art. I actually remember buying this comic when I was a kid. That's the one thing about being an agent now. For me, I look at stuff like, I bought that as a kid. Actually, I'll tell you a quick funny story about George Perez. I don't know if I ever told this guy. The only time George ever swore at me was we were talking about Alex Ross, of all things. And I commented how young Alex was. I'm sorry, George commented, rather, how young Alex was. And I said, George, I've been your agent all this time. I said, I remember riding my bicycle to go get Crisis comics when they came out. And he looked at me and basically said, F you.
Wow.
I was riding a bicycle at the time that I was doing my best work. And I said, yeah. And he said it again. He was angry that he didn't realize I was that young. Even though I was only 12 years younger than him, it sure seemed like a difference.
That's like an interview I saw of it was Hugh Jackman for the Deadpool Wolverine movie. One of the interviewers was like, I was 9 when the first X-Men movie came out, and Ryan Reynolds looked at Hugh Jackman and he was like, oh, you're such an old man. And then he was like he was just making a face or whatever. So it was just funny because like I was a kid when those movies came out. I had to be in elementary school. So
wow.
I'm still a baby, everyone.
Who would tell you grow up from dressing as those characters? Here's the baller piece of Night and Sky. I know you haven't seen this one. Dave Cockrum, Joe Rubinstein, X-Men issue 147, page 14.
It's Days of Future Past, right?
No, that's issue 141, 42.
Oh, 141, that's right.
147.
147, that's right.
147. Take up. This is $18,000. And Nick has said if somebody knows, you can talk to him about it as well. All right, so that is the baller piece of the night. That is the killer piece. Just to show you in the back, that's what the owner wanted for it. You can see the little note there. They wanted $20,000 for it. I was able to convince them to take 10% off that price. So anyhow, I'm just trying to get the clear out. There we go.
You can see, yeah.
There you go. That's the baller piece of the night. And that pretty much wraps up everything we have to offer you tonight. Thank you for everything everybody bought from purchased. Thank you for those who made donations to Skylar's medical bills. Very, very much appreciated. Fortunately, you didn't catch COVID at the show that so many people did this weekend. They said San Diego and all the cons this weekend were super spreader events, especially San Diego. I hear every artist I work with, oh yeah, I got sick, I got tummy ache, I got this, I got that.
Yeah, I was going to test again just to be sure. I have not been feeling the best, but it could just be from exhaustion, to be honest. So, yeah, but I'm just testing again to be sure.
Anyhow, is there anything else that we need to do? Nick, are you still there? Is there anything else we should do? Should we call it a day? You want to talk about upcoming stuff? I don't know when the next time Scott and I will be back. Hopefully you'll have us back sooner rather than later. We can bring some more goodies to you guys to feast your eyes on.
Thank you for everybody who bought a page. It is much appreciated. Thank you for all the support.
Definitely. All right. I guess we can call it a day.
Nick's sitting on the desk, so I'm going to bring him in.
Hi, Nick.
I want to say thanks to Marcus one more time. I keep looking at this. So, thank you. I caught steak coma.
Actually, Marcus, are you coming up to Terrificon? If you are, I will tell you a restaurant to go to. It is considered one of the 3 best steakhouses in North America. It's right near. It's about 45 minutes from coming back towards where I live. And if I'm Terrificon, the lines even to get the food. Nick, did you call Carlin already?
I'm thinking about Facebook messaging him, to be honest. I keep writing it like, so Mike, I hear you might have Raven the Bolt 121. You've had it for 38 years. Is it time to give it up?
Wow.
We're just custodians, Mike. It's my turn to watch it.
Yeah, I think you'll have very little chance of getting the cover from him.
Are you saying I have no chance?
Actually, 121. Yep, here it is. That's the one you're talking about?
Yep.
That's the one that's on Mike's wall.
Wow.
We can't
Marcus should make an offer. Marcus, you offer $10,000. I'll offer 10,001 so that I'll be higher.
Wow.
Yeah, but no.
You know what? That makes it too obvious. You offer 9,000. I'll offer 10,000. Let's go that route.
If I remember correctly, and I may be wrong, a few years ago somebody offered him 15 and he turned it down. If I remember correctly.
You can't have everything. All right, all kidding aside, you can't have everything.
Who's got anything? Who's coming to Terrificon? Who's going to come up so maybe we can all meet? You can meet at my booth and buy some art. Skylar's going to be at. Skylar will be working with Mark Bagley, and she'll also be doing an exclusive signing of her Powerpuff Girls cover.
Yay!
Look at what Jay wrote.
Kind of a big Narucci.
Yeah, anytime I put something in a best offer, that's Nick lowball values.
Oh,
Every time I'm doing the best offer, if I don't like the price, Vic Narucci starts bidding.
Oh, you're like that other guy that did that with Heritage. I won't say names.
Nah. I'll be there. I'm in Boston. All right, Tim.
All right.
If Alberto and Marcus go, I'll go to Terrificon. If those two guys go, I'll go.
Come on, guys. We got to get you and try to get Nick to
You gotta
come
get
back
Nick there. Come on.
That way, guys, if you come, Nick's going to treat the dinner. He just said.
I said I'll go to Terrificon. Hotels are expensive.
Yeah, well.
Unless you know somebody.
I'm not at Terrificon. Another show. Not at Terrificon.
I can't afford another con. I barely survived. Well, yeah, you bought a Tintin piece of original art. So when you buy Tintin, man, you can't even afford to get free water. It's a long trek from California. I hear you.
Take the train and get a sleeper car. They're cheap.
He ain't traveling us slowly. I'll treat you, Marcus. Marcus, I will treat you. Jesus, you would think that I'd order pizza in Florida. Come on.
Just because you did that doesn't mean you wouldn't do it again.
No, it's a joke. You had to be at a convention we were all at.
And everybody will be celebrating my birthday at Terrificon, even though my birthday is tomorrow. It's actually in 3.5 hours.
Happy birthday, Spencer. Early.
Happy birthday. So wait, your birthday's in 3.5 hours, not 4.5.
3.5 hours. Yeah.
Yeah, 4.5 if you're an hour
If you want to be technical, I was born at 11:47 p.m., so it was 27 hours from now.
There you go.
Can I tell you real quick, funny story? My store,
Go for it.
on my 21st birthday, a customer's saying goodbye in my store and says, "Happy birthday." And so the girl says, "It's your birthday today?" And I said, "Yeah." She goes, "It's my birthday too." She said, "How old are you?" I said, "I'm turning 21. She goes, "I turned 21. She says, "Where were you born?" I said, "In Manhasset Hospital." She goes, "Uh-oh." I said, "What?" She says, "I was born in Manhasset Hospital too." I said, she says, "What time were you born?" I said, 11:52 p.m. She goes, I was like, "What's wrong?" She said, "I was born 11:51 p.m." We were 21 years later in a different state. We were born 1 minute apart in the same hospital.
So what you're telling me is they mixed up the babies. Is that what you're telling me?
Yeah, I might have a sister out there that I don't know about. But it's funny though. We stayed in touch about 25 years. We stayed in touch, for years. Until her and her husband got transferred and moved to Europe somewhere, and we lost touch. For 25 years, we call each other on our birthday. So but that's how weird is that? 21 years later, to run into somebody in another state. It's one thing if I still lived in Manhasset. Well, that makes sense. You live in the same town in another state.
Yeah,
that was weird. Anyhow, I think I was switched to birth. I was switched to birth with a duplicate of me, and that was real. That other one's a real nice guy.
You said it, not us.
The one that's not fresh, the one that's not rude, the one that has respect, the one that's not fat.
My God. Oh, Spencer.
Anyhow, guys, thank you, Alberto. I appreciate it. Everybody, have a wonderful night. Thank you for everybody supporting Skylar for medical bills, and thank you for supporting the artists. Thank you for supporting Nick. And thank you all.
Don't forget to thank Jay. He's the one who does all the hard work.
Thank you, Jay.
I was just about to say, and most of all, thank you for being nice to Jay. He does a tough job. He listens to us bullshit all night. I have to sit there and do this while we're talking.
Thank you, Jay. Thank you, Nick.
You're gonna thank Jay.
I was about to interrupt him.
I believe you 100%.
You didn't hear me just saying. I'd also like to say thank you. You didn't hear me say that.
You too.
Cut me off on that sentence.
Everybody, it is Friday night. Thank you for being here as always.
Thank you for giving up your time.
Really appreciate you. Be kind to each other. Hug your loved ones. You never know what's going to happen.
Absolutely. Never go to bed angry.
Let's make the world a little bit of a better place. Be good to each other and to yourselves. Don't forget tonight, 9 o'clock, we have Nancy McCann, Comics Unlimited. No shows this weekend. We'll be back on Monday at 5 o'clock with Miss Jen. 6 o'clock, Comic Collectibles with Rex and John. 10:30, Best Coast Comics with Bronze Age Nerd and Binkley. Tuesday at 7 in stores this week with usually Jay, Jen, and Kyle. 8 o'clock is Mint Hunter Comics. 10 o'clock is Henri. Wednesday night at 7 o'clock in stores this week. 8 o'clock, Chuck Pino's Quiz Show. 9 o'clock, 360 Comics. Thursday at 5 p.m. is Dan Wickline. 7 p.m. is What's in the Box. 8 p.m. is Geek Speak. Mog Park will not be on next week on Thursday, if I remember correctly, and Jake can correct me. And then Friday, I'll be back, and I'm going to reward everybody with some of the best pricing I've ever had and bringing some really cool comics. Everybody, thank you for being here. I love you all. Jay, take us away.
Join the party. Head over to our link tree to find all the links for everywhere the experience is, all the time.